He's so extra.
Daddy knows how to carry me. First class when you talk, even hear what they say. He does it with the best, runs it in the west.
Took a nap, then I look at my gun like Kobe Bryant used to look at Shaq. Choppers on deck, I get.
What's up, YouTube? This your boy McKaylin.
And it's your girl Gina.
Good morning, good day, whoever.
And today we're gonna talk about the 10 tips for acting. The 10 major things we feel like that you need to know in order to break into the acting industry.
In order to be successful and to continue to book.
All right.
So let's start off. Y'all know we like our handy dandy list right here.
Yeah.
But anywho,
Go ahead.
Okay, so the first thing that I would recommend for actors is training. And I would say train consistently, as in you don't go to the gym one day and then hope to get abs. Like you continue to go to the gym, work on your craft. And you have actors that are like booking consistently, having scripts handed to them, and they're still in acting classes. So acting classes, I would say intensive classes, improv classes, scene study, and all that.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like, you can't, with anything in life, you just can't pick it up and expect to be great.
Yeah.
So with acting, there's a lot of like technical things and things you just don't know about the industry that class will, help you learn. And just go in and like audit the class, see if you like the teacher, see if you like the environment, and then, go from there.
Research about your training. Numero dos.
All right, headshots and resume. Your headshots is your money. I brought my headshot.
okay.
To kind of show you guys the difference between a bad headshot and a good headshot. So when I first started off acting, I didn't know what a good headshot was. I didn't even really know. I just thought you just take a picture in front of the camera and you got it. But there's definitely very particular things you have to have in order to book off your headshot. So for me, this is my headshot. I don't know if you guys can see, I'm all the way over here. But you want to be able to, first of all, it has to be a clear image, and you have to be able to see into your eyes. And the editing has to be good and everything like that. So headshots can be a little pricey, but you can find some good ones that's a little more affordable, and they're pretty good headshots. What do you feel about that?
Definitely. My headshots are on my Instagram. I might include like a clip here or here of my headshots.
Yeah, I think we should like.
Put our headshots.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But like he was saying, when I used to take my headshots, I didn't
Kara, your hair is so pretty. Who doing your hair?
like really know about like headshots. Like I just took pictures on portrait mode on my iPhone, But my photographer, he said that your eyes tell the story. So I would recommend really getting your headshots done. And even like, I would say even if it's like not something that's super, super good right now, like you can always get something better like when you have more money or more funds for it. But something is better than nothing, I would
Facts,
say.
yeah. Another trick for your resume is when you go in for an audition, your headshot is this size and your resume is this size, and you want to make sure that your headshot, and you don't want to see this. So if it's like this, you need to cut the size of it to make sure that the resume and the picture are the same size, because like casting directors, that's one of their biggest pet peeves. And it also shows your professionalism, and it shows that you care about your work.
Continuously update your resumes. Numero tres.
Number 3, agency. So for me, I just got signed with my agency maybe 3-4 months ago. It was tough because when you don't know about how to get signed, it's just like, you think it's just this XYZ thing to get signed. And it's not like that.
Whoa, like, hold up, partner.
It's more so you have to just go out there, and your story is your story on how you get your agent. For me, I went in for an open call. Well, I met my agent. She had an industry talk. I went, I asked her a question, and when I stood up and asked her the question or whatever, when I got done speaking, she was like, "What's your name?" or whatever. So she remembered my name. I went in for an audition. did the audition. After that, they called me and was like they wanted to sign me. So everybody's story could be completely different. So I would just say, make sure you have your headshot and your resume ready, and make sure you're training. Like, the last 2 things that we talked about is gonna help you get the agent. My girl right here, Gina, has a call tomorrow to get signed. We about to get signed.
We're about to get signed.
We're about to get signed,
About to
man.
get signed.
We're about to get signed.
I would also say with the agent, even though it's super important to have an agent, you can also still self-submit, which we'll get into later on. Number 4 would definitely be content. When I say content, I mean create your own content. So I think releasing your own content, even doing things like we started doing skits together.
How fast can I go? This thing goes 160, baby!
Don't go 160, don't go. Mama.
And then I started branching out doing my own skit.
Lord just been so good to me. He's been so good. Wave if the Lord been so good to you. Yes, Lord. Oh, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Without despairing into a puddle of tears. And he does his own.
I promise you. Just wait on it. I'm gonna pay you back, okay?
But like, just like the ideas that you have in your head, you never know like how they could be transpired into somebody else's. Like, just because you might think it's not a good idea, somebody else might love it. So produce your own content. Don't be scared, just do it.
What are you waiting for? Do it!
And it's better to do it. Like, it's better to, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So it's better to post it and like get a bad reaction than not never post it at all. So that's what I would say.
I think content is a pivotal part of an acting career, because a lot of times you don't get those opportunities because people don't know what you can do. So once you start filming yourself, showing what you can do, and putting yourself out there, like I said again, you put yourself on. So I feel like content is important. Not being afraid of putting out your content. I used to be afraid of the same thing, but you have to realize that, you know, everybody's not gonna put out good stuff. Everybody has put out something bad before. Whether you like it or not, it's gonna be bad to someone, it's gonna be good to someone. So once you just realize that you're an artist, you're here to show your artistry.
You better preach it, Pastor.
What you have inside. So at the end of the day, put out what you want. Put out what you love. Put out what you love to do. Do what you love to do. All right?
Definitely. And also with the content thing, that's what I was going to tie back to the resume. Let's say you're not like booking things like, you know, right now. At least if you make your own content, like we did a short film together.
You're the smart, quirky girl. And a little cute.
Kind of.
We did a couple actually. And we put those on our resumes, like, so yeah.
Okay, number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5 is trust your career. I feel like a lot of people have a problem with this. I feel like I even have a problem with it. Like, it's not happening fast enough, and boom, 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 boom. But you have to just realize you have to trust the process.
I want to touch on what he said about the whole patience thing. Last summer, I booked an Oprah show.
Oprah can do anything!
5 months straight. I did it from January to May. And I was super happy, you know, blah, 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 everything. It was cool. And then like this summer, things are going kind of, you know, slow for me. But I think everybody's journey is different. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you see your friends booking, like, do not try to compete with them.
No.
Celebrate them, because you want them to do the same to you. And who wants somebody like as a friend? Like he books a lot of things. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, I wish it was me. Like, why would I do that? Like, congratulations to you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just be positive about it.
Stay prepared, stay ready, and stay working.
Like, you can move in silence. Like, let your execution be your loudness, if that makes sense.
Okay, networking.
He's so good at this. You got this whole one.
Networking. Be a people's person. Love everybody, because you don't know what the next person is gonna create, and you don't know who's gonna be the next thing to pop. You're not really using them, but you don't want to burn any bridges, because that person might be your employer. So I had to learn this when I first was coming into the industry about networking, and it's more so not it's more so just making friends. Like, don't look at it as a business thing. Just try to make genuine friends and just try to have positive and loving energy with everybody, and you'll get it back. You know what I mean? Networking can go a long way in this career. That's how I feel about networking.
Definitely, and it's no fake stuff. I'm a people person. I love people. I don't know if y'all can tell I'm really energetic, but I'm just now learning like the power of networking. Numero.
Sis?
I'm so proud of you. 6 would be casting networking accounts. As in, there are a lot, like, even, you know, a lot of people get put on by self-submissions. You have Actors Access, you have casting networks, you have 800 castings. And I would definitely do your research about a lot of casting networks out there, but those 3 that I listed are very legit.
Those are like the top 3 casting sites that a lot of work goes through. I would do Actors Access first just because it's cheaper.
Okay guys, so this is tip number 7. Numero 7. For tip number 7, I would say social media. Social media nowadays, it's so like essential to like everybody's everyday life. I would use your social media to your advantage, but don't let your social media use you.
Ooh, boom! You gotta let the mic drop. Okay.
No cap stuff out there because you don't know who's gonna see it, and it's such a huge tool. And I would do things from like a genuine standpoint. I wouldn't do it like for clout or like for chasing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't go out there putting out stuff that you wouldn't want resurfacing, because it's gonna resurface. Like, especially, you never know which video is gonna blow up. And when it does blow up, people are gonna look into you. So I would post things that you would want to resurface.
Everything that she said pretty much is what I was gonna say. Like she said, just be wary of what you post. Make sure everything that you post stands for your brand and who you are as a person and who you want the world to see you as. Use your social media to post your content.
Definitely.
I think we're on 10. We are on 10.
So you counted the numbers wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So number 10, you can open it. I have a bonus one that you can set up 10.
Number 10 is about faith.
Yes, Lord. Yes. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Feel the Holy Spirit. Let him move me up. Move me, Lord.
In this industry, well, in any industry, you have to have faith, because it's not easy. At the end of the day, there's thousands of people who want to act, but there's only a couple people who really put in the work every single day. And you have to realize that when you're not working on acting, somebody somewhere else is. So with that in perspective, you have to realize that you don't have time to really play around with this thing if you really want to take it serious, because there's people out here who live this. Like, this is their life. Like, when they get an audition, they spend 10 hours on it, and they just think about all of these different things when it comes down to an audition. So I would just say, no matter what happens in this industry, how many no's you get, how many like letdowns you get, don't let it discourage you.
The word, man, preaching.
Praise the good Lord.
Like he was saying about faith, a man's rejection is God's protection. You never know why you got that no. And I'm really big on my faith, so you know, I tie it back to God a lot.
You know, as I think about the goodness of Jesus.
Consistency, and persistence. Like, this business is tough emotionally. Like, there are days, like, he sees me, like, I know I seem really happy. I am, for the most part. But there are days when I'm like, I'm in my head. Where I'm really like, in my head, like, do I really want to do this? Like, I started doing this at 8 years old. You know, it's been a journey, you know what I'm saying? And I would just say, continue to keep pushing, like, push yourself, have people push you. Like, that's so important. I had a bonus tip that I wanted to put in there. So it kind of goes along with the resume, and it kind of goes along with acting. So when I started acting, I told you guys I was 8, I started doing like a grape juice commercial. Well, it's just grape juice. Yeah, but I like Ocean Spray better. So.
And
From that, like, they used to call me a triple threat because I act, sing, and dance. So if you can do things that besides acting, like, incorporate that, like, you can sing, act, dance. I also speak Spanish, like you guys know. So, like, even things that you don't think, like, on your resume, and, like, it doesn't just have to be, like, you acting, like, special skills, like, tactical training, like, all that. So,
yeah,
I would say that.
So, yeah, guys, that wraps up our video. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. We gonna keep coming with the cool video. You know what I'm saying? We had to get a little bit serious for this video to let y'all know what was going on. But expect more skits, expect more content. Anything you want to say, Gina?
Thank you for watching this video so much. And like you said, we're really serious in this video, which is kind of hard, honestly.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like that added to our professional demeanor.
But yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
And bye.